I guess I just want to get a shot of this. It's so fucked up. It never ends. And I'm just sitting here going, okay, Lord, here I am right where you put me on planet Earth in this body, amongst these creatures that don't give a shit about right and wrong, or love, or justice, or medicine, or a goddamn fucking thing. Here I am. Look at me. Look how fucked up I am. And by the way, the swelling keeps going down, so even though a bunch of my eyebrows fell out, God put me over the edge of a cliff, and he dangled me there repeatedly for 40 years, and he said, don't worry, it's going to be okay. And eventually what I said was, can you please kill me? I don't want to hang out over this cliff anymore. It might be okay. You might pull me back. Hey, you might drop me and I'll fly, but I'm sick of being here. And what he said was, no, my strength is made perfect in weakness. My grace is sufficient for thee. Try not to make it worse. So, this is it. I'm just kind of looking at it and going, what the fuck? Yeah, what the fuck? I don't know. I am almost to where I'm okay with making my epitaph, it could have been worse. Like, literally, at this rate, I think that it would be amusing to put on my gravestone, it could have been worse. Because when it gets really bad, I say, yeah, it could have been worse, but my life is a hell. Hell is a bottomless pit. Every time you think you've reached the bottom, you haven't. How's that for a not funny joke? And then I go, my life isn't hell. There's a real hell. I'm glad I'm not there. Even if Jesus doesn't seem to have improved my character with this horrible illness that God allowed me to have for 40 years, in the next life, if I don't deny Christ, I get to go to heaven. Up until recently, I was saying, you know what? I already was this saved. I already was a bodhisattva. I already was practicing divine love. I got into this mess by trying to be a good person. If I'd have been a more ruthless, egotistical bastard motivated by lust and money, I have a bunch of money to take care of myself, and I wouldn't be on the street corner begging Jesus to help me and learning all about his strength made perfect in weakness for 40 fucking years. If I hadn't been a good person, I wouldn't have given up the money that I had to buy a condo in Telluride and stay there and be a writer and go travel around the country or the world and have enough money to live. If I'd have been a good person, the devil, in the form of asshole entities that run Christianity, the New Age, Judaism, and every damn religion on the planet because they run humanity, the demons of religion, the devil, couldn't have showed up in my apartment, my condo in Telluride, and told me not only to not buy the condo, even though I had the money to do it, but to leave and go to Madison, Wisconsin, and once I got there, to burn the book I was writing, give all my money to these crazy demonic Christians. So now I'm sitting here going, I still believe in Jesus, but not like them. Hey, America, I'm Jewish, and I converted to Christianity, and guess what I found out? Your Jesus is the devil, and you losers don't know the difference between right and wrong, good and evil, Satan and Jesus. You created a warmongering, materialistic, narcissistic, sociopathic, compassionless clusterfuck in the name of the greatest prophet of love and anti-materialism ever on the face of the planet. How did you do that? How are you actually calling Don Trump a Christian? Because when I went around for years saying Christianity is a death cult and a demonic clusterfuck, once you people think Don Trump is a Christian, I was right. So, this is what I look like. This is what you get when you have a health profit system instead of a healthcare system. No one cares because everyone's motivated by profit, and you can serve God or you can serve Mammon, but you cannot serve both. And the problem with that statement is that what I got from that was, gee, John, don't be rich because you'll become a huge dick. Give away the money you do have. Don't grow weed to make money because the demonic voice of God in my brain was saying, hey, if you're rich, you'll become a worse sinner. Give up your money and you'll float up towards heaven. It's the spirit of death that's weighing you down. Give up your money and you'll float away. Well, you see, that's a theory that worked in a past life. Because in a past life, well, it didn't work, but it was a theory I had from a past life, and I'm not going to keep it with it. I'm not going to take my religious pathology from one life to another and have it never work. I'll make some money and serve God with it. As a Buddhist, what you do is you forsake the material plane and you float up towards the heavens. Yeah, but it doesn't work because then you just come back. And you go, wow, I didn't escape the earth plane in that entire fucking clusterfuck of a life. Why don't loser New Agers know that all of this New Age bullshit that they're quoting is actually meant to help you to escape from planet Earth, because that's the whole point of religion, is to get the fuck out of here? The whole purpose of religion is to die effectively and not come back. So, I'm not going to bring my religious pathology from one life to the next. I'm not going to let the devil tell me give up all your money and you'll float away. What happens is you don't have the money to take care of yourself, and you become a more miserable, hateful old son of a bitch who can't take care of himself and then hates everyone because he's bleeding in public, instead of on his couch in front of his TV with a bong and a plate of food he just cooked and a shower he can go use if he needs to. So basically, the final state of that man will be worse than the first, because this version of God was the devil, and I'm going to get a better version of God called God loves me and wants good things for me. I'm going to make some money and serve him instead of giving up all my money and living in a country with a health profit system and instead of a health care system, and then I'm sitting here bleeding and screaming, you can serve God or Mammon. Yeah, but I tried to serve God by giving up my money, and this is what happened. So obviously, when Jesus told the rich ruler to give up all his money, he didn't mean just give it up. He wanted the guy to give it to the disciples, and they were going to give it to the poor, and then the rich ruler would hang around like a hippie and wear sandals and a tunic and eat a bowl of stew and sleep in the camp there with all the fucking losers. Fuck you, rich ruler, you're the same as us. Jesus was a communist. We've built a materialistic, warmongering, hate-mongering, compassionless, ruthless clusterfuck in his name. But if we want to meet him halfway, we should try to be socialists. We should try to be Christian socialists, Christ-centered socialists. In other words, if you want to make money, go ahead. You want to start a business, great. We're all for capitalism. But we make sure that what Jesus said is true, which is that what you do to the least of these, you do to me. So people better get health care. People better get a place to lay down if they're wandering around out of their mind and homeless. People better not just suffer because they can't provide the basics for themselves. If people can't provide the basics for themselves, that's because they're seriously fucked up. Let's not moralistically debate why they're fucked up. It's your fault. You're lazy. You're a junkie. You have health problems like you're an addict. You have health problems like you have Morgellons and you cured it with your dog's medicine and no one will listen. I had a doctor named Dr. Hope and he fired me. I said, you're not really looking for this illness. Monsanto's going to sue you. Your own website has tissue samples from your patient that has agrobacterium in it. It's what they make GMOs with, and you're going to basically shut this thing down because you're going to get sued by Monsanto if you don't. And then he turned right around, denied his own statements to me and said, I'm not your doctor anymore. And so when I sit around in my truck and I think, my life is a trap designed to kill me. My life is a hate letter from God. My life is an ironic joke taken too far. Gee, Lord, my life defies math, science, the probabilities of this much bad shit happening, and then once you get to a guy and he's your doctor and his name is Dr. Hope and he turns out to be an evil dick. My life is a bad practical joke being played on me by God. Preyed on me. God is love. He wants us to build a better world, and I'm in the process of creating a new religion because your Christian religion is bullshit, but Jesus is an emissary of that love. He wants us to build a world with a non-profit healthcare system, but people would have to fucking care. See, because there's profit, and there's care, and they're kind of mutually exclusive. And once you have sociopaths like my dad, the cardiologist, and my mom, the bioethicist, and all the doctors we knew, the worst, most immature, pathological, toxic, narcissistic children ever are doctors. Because anyone evil enough and stupid enough, full of their own shit, to make money off your death and not know that they're doing it, and then give you subpar care because this illness doesn't make any money, and if this lazy illness would go out and get a job, then we could help people like me.